There, the absolute insanity of it all. The absolute insanity of it all. The shamelessness of it all. I mean, where does it end? Who will put an end to this madness? Who would have thought that a badly twerking video would be the end of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's reign of terror?
Have any wishes for your new niece, Lilibet?
Oh, I wish her all the very best. I can't wait to meet her because we haven't yet met her yet. So hopefully that will be soon.
Have you FaceTimed with her?
No, I haven't. No.
But if you think, and you're rightly, absolutely upset about that video, I am not. I am laughing because I don't understand why people are. Would you be surprised if a snake bites? That's the nature of the snake. Meghan Markle is a hoe. What do you expect her to do other than hoe things? But what am I going to tell you? At the end of this video, it's absolutely going to blow your mind. I'm going to show you what whoever thought of this. This is in reaction to the fact that we are calling out Meghan Markle for her lies. And it all kick-started with my video about the birth area code, that birth certificate. Just look at the timing and see how everything unfolds and how everything crumbles. But this is insane what I'm about to tell you because, I mean, I am so glad they're out of the royal family. I am in many ways glad the queen is not around. But this is it, guys. This is it. And the worst part, I will give it to you at the end, but I'm just going to show you some facts. And we're going to take it from there. Okay, beautiful people? So how can we not? Welcome to my channel. My name is Paula M. If you're new here, this is my producer, City, who is supposed to be letting me work, but she's not. I would greatly appreciate it if you can subscribe, share, and like, because not only are we going to laugh, but we are going to expose something. And in many ways, this is a positive because it's forced the palace now to really look at things. I called the Santa Barbara Cottage Hospital and I spoke to the supervisor. I'm giving you the main number and then you just ask to be transferred to the OBGYN. They put me through to the supervisor, the doctor in charge, who guaranteed that that video was not filmed in 2021 because that would have gone against every COVID regulation they had. Apparently, they've been receiving tons of calls from patients who are complaining about that video because they were not allowed to do any of that when they were there in 2021. In fact, they weren't even allowed to have their husbands or loved ones because it was essential personnel, medical personnel only, and they had to wear masks. What is incredible to me is that Meghan Markle, in spite of the backlash, sees this as a success because she gained 300,000 subscribe or followers, whatever the hell you call it, on Instagram. We're going to talk a little bit, guys. And yes, we are going to watch the video, but I have edited it in such a way that there is no way that this woman can hide from us. We're going to get into this, guys, because I'm going to show you a few facts of what was going on in 2021. Let's not forget that this woman claimed that she had postpartum preeclampsia. Granted, she hasn't said which one. It couldn't have been during Archie's because she flew all over the world. She was let go from Portland Hospital within an hour and nothing. She was flying to Ibiza. She flew to France. She flew to Italy. She flew to New York. She was going out and about. If she had had postpartum preeclampsia, then she wouldn't have been able to do any of that. And I will leave the video I did with the patient at Portland Hospital who did have postpartum preeclampsia as well. So we have to assume that it would have been with Lily, right? And you're gonna tell me how can they sink this low? Because this is not being reported anywhere. Let's get into facts. This is a picture that was taken of Rachel Meghan Markle or was published at least in April 22nd after Harry returned from Prince Philip's funeral. One of the striking things is that, first of all, this was taken by background. In California, it is illegal to show the face of children unless the parents agree to it. And second, what you're going to see is that Meghan Markle is wearing a mask outdoors. Please pay attention to that because people forget that Meghan Markle supposedly and allegedly gave birth to Lily during the height of COVID. This is incredibly important, beautiful people, because this is the COVID report at the cottage, Santa Barbara Cottage Hospital. And this is, I believe, up until March. And then they're saying acute care beds at Santa Barbara Cottage Hospital where COVID cases is provided. We're looking at 2,609. So they were taking it very seriously. In fact, Santa Barbara was considered to be a red alert place. The reason why I'm showing you this is because we're talking facts and it plays a lot into the bombshell of the video that Meghan just released with Harry. You're going to be blown away, guys. This is Santa Barbara County COVID cases continue to soar at unprecedented levels. They had almost 17,000 cases, and this is just in Santa Barbara. So they were incredibly strict about hospital, about especially for mothers or expectant mothers. They were at higher risk than others because, of course, you're pregnant and your immune system sometimes is not doing that great. So this is just facts. And I ask you to bear with me just a little bit longer because, when we talk, we have to talk with property, with authority. Now, these are not my facts. This is all information out in the public domain. What does it say here? On June 15th, 2021, let's not forget Lily allegedly was born in June 4th. The state of California officially lifted the majority of its COVID-19 restrictions, including most mask requirements for vaccinated people and capacity limitations on businesses and venues. Under the new guidance from the California Department of Public Health, masks are not required for fully vaccinated individuals, except in the following settings where masks are required for everyone, regardless of vaccination status. Healthcare settings, and that includes hospital, clinics, medical offices, doctor's offices, on public transit and in transportation hubs, indoors in K-12 schools, as well as in childcare and other youth settings, state and local correctional facilities and detention centers, homeless shelters, emergency shelters, and cooling centers. This is very important, guys, because I just can't get over this. You're asking yourself, why does that matter, Paula? It matters for the following reasons. Santa Barbara Cottage Hospital at the time did not allow both parents to be present without mask. The only time that you were allowed to wear a mask, that a pregnant woman was allowed to not wear a mask, was when she was giving birth because of the breathing. She needed to breathe and the mask sometimes could suffocate them. And doctors and nurses, only bare personnel, essential personnel was allowed to be there. Harry would have not been allowed to be there because another thing that you should know that those rooms were not sterilized rooms. Have you seen sometimes when you have to isolate a patient in a sterile room and then doctors come in and they have these plastic things and they come with all this bodysuit because they have to be when they're taking chemotherapy and their immune system is compromised. Harry and Meghan Markle were not in a sterilized room, so the doors kept open in and out. Therefore, they would have been required to wear the mask at all time, except when giving birth. And Harry would have not been allowed in, no matter what. That is COVID regulations. And the fact that they're posting that means that either Santa Barbara Cottage violated COVID rules, exposing the lives of medical staff and other patients, just so Harry and Meghan could do the little video. Or this video was filmed less than 2 weeks ago in response to all the backlash in regards to the birth certificate fakery being exposed, it getting on the mainstream media. That article that this woman, I think it's Liz Jones, posted that Meghan should show some proof of that. And we're going to get into the pictures, guys, and we are going to get into the video. And this is absolutely mind boggling that this is the kind of thing that $1.4 million buys Meghan Markle as the personnel looking out for her PR. It's either they're really stupid or she just doesn't listen. This is all that the supposed Archie got for his birthday. A little picture of some boy, heavily edited Photoshop picture because the shadows on the floor, on the ground, do not match the shadows of the veranda. The child is not there. This is what he got for his birthday wishes. Whereas Lily has gotten 2 pictures from Meghan Markle, 2 pictures from Harry in the video that we're going to watch. But you can clearly see, first of all, that this child is incredibly uncomfortable. Look at her little face. Whoever this child is incredibly uncomfortable. And Meghan Markle doesn't care. Meghan Markle just wants the picture. The hair is just such a whole thing. The way she presents herself and the way she presents whoever kids she's presenting as well. Because this is not Lily. Because it's all about her. She even looks angry. And they're on a boat without a life vest, which is mandatory in the state of California. And I think pretty much everywhere. Now, this is supposed to be Rachel Meghan Markle. People have wrongly assumed that that is her right hand holding the little girl. It is actually her left hand. And I'm going to show you something that is incredibly weird for me. If you look at this, this is the worst Photoshop ever that I've seen in my life of this little girl. But the most interesting part here, guys, are Meghan Markle's fingers. Yes, she wants to show that her hands were swollen, but didn't she just go on the podcast and said that the 65 pounds went to her belly, that she didn't swell anywhere else? But now, in clapback, she's trying to show that her hands are swollen, which is fine. Hands swell, absolutely fine. The problem is that fingers do not grow. You know what I mean? If you look at her index finger, this one right here is almost a little bit over a centimeter shorter than here. Here, these are pretty much on par. It doesn't matter whether they swell, they would all swell equally, which means that the height or the length of the fingers would remain the same. If you're still not convinced, this is a better shot. You can see how much shorter her index finger is. And actually, it's in both hands. She has much shorter index fingers in both hands. So, I don't know about you. You tell me. That's pretty interesting, isn't it? Now, what Meghan Markle is trying to do with the video she posted, along with that idiot Harry, is this trend that became popular in 2023, 2024, which is this clearly heavily pregnant woman. Look at her boobs and look at her stomach. She's dancing to the same song. You can see that. And we're going to go and see Miss Markle just do it according to what she thinks should be done. Now, this video, I have slowed and paused in certain areas, and we are going to talk about it, guys. Okay, so I hope you're ready for this, because here we go. That's Meghan Markle getting ready, making sure the pillow is in place. And there, she looks at Harry, and then she looks at the camera, and then she looks at somebody else who's in the room directing her what to do. And they're not doctors. And you can notice that neither Harry nor Meghan are wearing masks. And worst of all, Harry is in the room. Okay, but you can clearly see that Meghan is looking at somebody else other than Harry in that room. So she's wearing her black dress, not a gown, not the hospital gown. So here we go. So she's looking at the person, and now she starts to move it. Look at that movement. Look at the pillows go. There we go. Oh, yeah, you give it, girl. You give it, girl. You're sexy, Meghan. You are sexy. Absolutely. Pull that out. Boobs as flat as they can be. Oh, yeah, looking at it. And then she looks up to the person who's telling her what to do. Remember that Harry's on the other side. So she's going there like crazy. Yeah, twerk it, Meghan. I'm doing it very slowly and I'm going to pause it. I'm going to show you some pictures there, but I want you to look at the belly or whatever it is. Here, did you see that square? Yes, we're going to keep at it. Of course, the boobs. Look at this big fat square here. Okay. So that's our Meghan giving it all. There we go. See that? Do you see that? That's not the head of the baby. It's not round. It is a square patch. So I did it in slow motion for you guys to see it. See, the square patch keeps going, keeps moving with the woman. Oh, there you go there. And there she goes. And then comes Harry. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah. But Harry, it's still, she's talking to somebody else now than Harry, because let's not forget that Harry just walked past her. So she's clearly talking to somebody else in the room. And there we go. And you see her. She has to hold the pillows, not because she's supporting the belly. She has to hold the pillow. And you can see her face because the pillow almost fell out. So here we go. Look at the movement of the pillow. And if anybody on this channel comes and says that is not a pillow, get out of my channel right now. Here. Look how it folds. Look how the pillow folds up. So she's able to lift the pillow and fold it all the way back in. Yeah. Yep. There you go, Meghan, giving it her all, her best performance. No wonder she never won anything. And then she has to pull the dress out again. And there we go. You see this? You see this? We can all see it, can't we? The mainstream media are pussies that are not calling this out. Look at her. And her arms are not swollen. Have you noticed that her hands are not swollen? Right? And I'm going to show you the worst part. I mean, this is not even the worst part, but what I will tell you about this video will shock you. I mean, if this doesn't tell you that this is fake, look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lumps and no boobs. This is Miss Meghan Markle Oscar performance right now that she thinks is going to win her the Oscar. There we go. Keep it going, girl. You can do it. You're doing great, Meghan. You're doing great. And there comes idiot Harry. Oh, yeah. You got it. You got it, Meghan and Harry. Twerking his little ass when he's being pegged. And Meghan holds the pillow. Meghan. Now, if you notice something, she's not really looking at Harry because Harry has her back to her. She's looking straight at whoever the hell is in the room directing her. And then Harry turns. Oh, yeah, Meghan. You give it. I mean, she's giving it her all there, guys. See, there goes the pillow. There's the moonwalk. There's the moonwalk. Michael Jackson, watch out. And there it goes, guys. Look at that. Yes, she's giving it her all. Giving it her all. That's it, Meghan. You do it. You show the world how it's done. Yes, absolutely how you nabbed Harry. And yeah, you're reeling him in. You're reeling him in. Oh, she's feeling it, guys. She's feeling it. Oh, yeah. I would have picked myself because the weight of that and your bladder would have been too much. But not her. Of course not, because Meghan has to show she's sexy. She's beautiful. Even, right about to give birth. She knows how to get her man. There we go. Fast. There we go. And here comes the shot. Yeah. And then she goes all the way down. Yes. And she has to pull the skirt. Yes. You see, she has to show it a snatch. But of course it's not. And she goes all the way down. See? And the belly folds. Harry comes up. And there's our girl. There is our girl. That is Meghan Markle's Oscar performance that she's given to the world. There are just a few things that are wrong there. Just a few. Number one, the masks. They're not there. Number two, Harry would have not been allowed, no matter who he is. Because if it is, then Santa Barbara Cottage Hospital has a lot to answer for. Number three, Meghan is wearing pillows. Guys, why are people pussyfooting around this? This woman is wearing pillows. The birth certificate, according to the government website states that the child was born in Colorado, not California. Now, what is important for you to know about COVID is that pregnant women, when they came to the hospital, if they were, you were only told to come if you were about to give birth. So what they would do is they would induce the birth. Okay. And during the induction, the mother would have been given intravenous oxytocin. Oxytocin. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. The amniotic membrane would have torn to induce cramping. The amniotic sac would have ruptured, or a balloon catheter would have been used. And even with a wireless monitor, she would still be bedridden and in pain. That's how they did it, because they didn't want you dancing around. They wanted you to get the hell out of there. And if it was a natural birth and you didn't have an epidural, you were out of there within 8 hours, because they did not want people at the hospital during COVID. Harry would have not been allowed. And if they wouldn't have allowed Meghan to be dancing around, especially with staging and choreographing things. And for those of you who I really don't understand why people are so baffled by this, and why the mainstream media is not calling this out, or they're still very timid about it, because everybody has forgotten what the facts were in 2021. Okay. Everybody knows what the facts were. And what is worse is that Meghan Markle is wearing a bracelet, Princess Diana's watch, and a necklace. This is the necklace right here. This is Princess Diana's watch. This is the love bracelet that Trevor Engelson gave her. And if you look, her hands are not swollen. And she's not wearing a hospital gown, in spite of the fact that she claims that the IV is in her arm. The IV wouldn't have been placed there, guys. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. They don't place it there. That's absolute BS. So yeah, so this woman who's supposed to be giving birth, dancing around during the height of COVID, when you were not allowed to be there, she would have had to be alone with medical staff in the room supervising her. And as I told you before, they would have induced the birth in order to get her the hell out of there, because they did not want people hanging around the hospital. And if they had put an epidural, we wouldn't have that little dance, would we? But why do you think that the press is more concerned about the dance rather than the facts? The press and the mainstream media and YouTubers choose to be outraged over the dance rather than the facts. They don't look at the time of when this happened. This video, according to my sources, was recorded 12 days ago. This is why Harry and Meghan are able to both be in the room at the same time, choreographing this thing. And they're going to claim that this is not the actual video, because they would never violate, that they were just recreating it for people, the joy of how they felt when Lily was born. You see, in her mind, this is a win, because now what she's going to claim, and when she claims it, oh, that was never meant to be the real video. You guys are full. Haha, mainstream media. It's on you. We never said it was the real video, did we? It's you, mainstream media, who are reporting that. Do you think that Meghan Markle cares about being royal or dignity? Since when has a whore cared about looks or anything like that? And again, why are people shocked that a snake bites, or that a hoe acts like a hoe? Meghan Markle, at the end of the day, is a hoe, because Meghan Markle pretty much did everything to get to where she is right now. Okay, I mean everything. So why are people surprised that she's a hoe? To me, this is a distraction from the birth certificate that I pointed out, the things that are not right. Because under United States law, the parents have to put the names given at birth, their original names. Harry's name would have never been allowed to be His Royal Highness the Duke of Sussex. It would have been Henry Charles Albert David Mountbatten Windsor. That is the name that it would have been shown in his birth certificate, because that's the name that it was. Or Wales even, because that's what he was when at the time of birth. But as last name, and we know that because we saw that and we've seen it in the royal website, it would have been Mountbatten Windsor because Lilibet's last name was, you got it, Mountbatten Windsor. And then the birth area code, which I didn't make this up. This is in the government's website. Okay. So she did this to distract from the fact that she doesn't want people looking into the birth certificate because it's easier to, make a video with a fake belly where people are going to wrongly assume it was made when she was born, when Lily was claimed to have been born. But this is not what she said. If you go and look at what she actually posted on her Instagram with this video. This also happened 4 years ago, but she doesn't say that's the actual video. This is a play on words, just like when Harry said that Meghan Markle never called anybody racist. Just point out when she said that the royal family were racist. She actually never uttered the words the royal family's racist. Remember that, guys? It's called plausible deniability. She's not saying that is the video of the actual birth. So everybody reporting it as though it is the video of the actual birth and being vulgar, you're absolutely right. Am I shocked that she acts like a hoe? No, because she's one. But everybody has been fooled. Everybody is still playing to the tune, but it has backfired because now she's forced the palace into doing something. I've been saying for many years that what Meghan Markle has on the royal family is the fact that they went along with the fake children narrative, the fake birth narrative. Because the royal family, when the Archie debacle happened and they did try it, remember that Harry and Meghan at one point said that they did not want their children to have any titles because they were forced to say that. Because the royal family were onto them. Unfortunately, they didn't follow through. So now I've been saying to you, now this is Meghan flaunting her lies. How many videos have I done about this? That Meghan Markle comes out and flaunts her lies. And just like any abuser, if you don't have any consequences, your lies escalate because there's no consequences. What is going to be the consequence of this? Honestly, is Parliament going to do something about this? In spite of the fact that the belly is absolutely fake? No, because Meghan Markle is going to claim that is not the actual video. Because, of course, it was COVID time. So Harry wasn't allowed in the room. Everything that Harry narrated in the book about Lily, it's absolute bullshit, just like what he narrated about Archie. Is she a hoe? Absolutely. What have people like me, Yankee Wally, Murky Meg, have been calling out for years? And Danja's own, may she rest in peace, have been calling for years. That Harry and Meghan denigrate the monarchy. I was shocked that they allowed her in. And what is even more shocking that I've been calling for years is why they're still on that royal website. Not only that, but the royal family are endorsing their commercial ventures by posting the link to the Sussex.com commercial website. So if Charles doesn't get his act together, and he needs to act, he really needs to act. He really needs to do something. It's going to be a nightmare for the entire royal family, for William, because this is a distraction, guys, from the birth certificate inaccuracies that I pointed out. And if you think about it, nobody's talking about it. And the very few people who have tried to discredit it, saying that it was changed in 1996, which it wasn't. And the worst part of it all is that the royal family, we're going to see the reaction of the royal family now because they have to do something. And if they don't do anything, this means that they condone it, that they are part of it. And as I've been saying for the past 5 years, they've known all along. They let it stand. And this is why they go along with everything Harry and Meghan do. Because if the royal family knew that Meghan Markle gave birth or they used a surrogate for these children, that is fraud. That means that the entire royal family, the current royal family members, have committed fraud against the United Kingdom. That is treason. And those are grounds to remove the monarch from the throne. So in Parliament, we know that Parliament is absolutely corrupt. This is what Harry and Meghan Markle have over, and I've been saying this for years. The fact, because this is what narcissistic people do. They make you their accomplices. But it's never too late to correct a situation because they can always blame Harry and Meghan. I mean, they're the absolute insanity of it all, the absolute insanity of it all, the shamelessness of it all. I mean, where does it end? Who will put an end to this madness? When will Parliament act? When will the king act? It's not only indecent, it is so badly staged that it's embarrassing. Not because it's indecent, but because of the poor quality of the production. Meghan Markle could have gotten a much better bump. I'm sure she could have afforded it. Please leave me your comments, beautiful people.